You're trying to be like your mother, overseeing things from afar, but you are not her.
I'm sorry about Mara. I'm sorry I'm not her.
You're a bad friend.
That's not what they need. My people turned our planet, all of Etheria, into a weapon.
Podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. Before I begin the review, another shout out to another great artist I commissioned. Look how incredibly cute I am here. It's just, I belong to Smash Brothers. But go ahead and follow. Again, I struggle with names like I do with everything. Kusune? Is that close? Probably wrong. It's up on screen. Definitely follow them over on Twitter. The commissions are open as the making of this video if you want a similar picture as the one that I got. Amazingly cute art style. Even if you don't do a commission, give them a follow on Twitter, give them a like, and on to the review. She-Ra and the Princess of Power, Season 5, Episode 12, almost done. And The Heart, Part 1. Sorry for the delay. If anyone who watches my other reviews, my amphibian reviews, I was feeling a little sick, so my voice was like just odd and weird. But now I'm back to normal now, and this episode goes by really fast because a lot of things are happening, which is good. It helps with the overall narrative because there isn't much there. We get some okay moments. Entrapped is the best part of the episode, but then we get the same old stupid tropes of just Catra just making things up. I don't know what this girl's damn problem is, but what she says doesn't make any sense. That's not what happened. You were there. What is your freaking problem? And it's the same issue they had last time. They went through all this trouble to save Glimmer just to go right back. She does all that crap with everything she did in the last episode, basically telling Adora to go F herself. I don't care about you. I'm going to go do what I want to do, just to come right back an hour later. What was the point? Oh my God. In a real show, this would have been something that would have been over a couple of episodes. They would have been gone for a few days, maybe a week. They're gone for minutes. Oh my goodness. Anyways, everyone's in the cave hanging. I don't know else how to explain what they're doing. They're just hanging out. And this show, I can't, it's so weird. The background chatter, like whenever they have a group of people and everyone's kind of talking, it just sounds weird. It just doesn't sound natural.
Are you alright, darling? Are you warm?
It's just, ugh. So we got like Perfuma putting flowers in Frost's hair. Not Hordak. Wrong Hordak is sticking his tongue out because Entrapta was sticking her tongue out while working on stuff. His little green tongue. Seahawks trying to talk to Gasta, and she's probably thinking, oh my God, get the idiot away from me. We get to the door with her hair down. Oh, she looks so good with her hair down, doesn't she? Then she looks down at the chest she doesn't have and sees the floating heart symbol, which is beyond stupid. But so she puts her hair up. Oh, dang it. You should have just left it down. She's having confidence issues. This is episode 51 of 52. I'm at a loss for words for what the hell these people were thinking. They had just something else. What's with the freaking confidence problems? Oh my goodness, I can't stand it. So she can't do the She-Ra thing, but she's thinking about it, and she's able to do it. She's able to do it without saying, for the honor of Grayskull. She's just able to do it, which is weird. I thought that was part of it, like she had to say it, but I guess not. So she goes to, I don't know, rally the troops. She's there, okay, Horde Prime is out there. He's going to try to take the heart. There's a lot of that where they're explaining what Horde Prime's doing, but didn't they know that? Didn't everyone already kind of figure that out? They don't know exactly how he's going to do it, but that's what's going to end up happening. Bo's playing the lute. And it's not bad. I mean, it's not very good, but it's not bad either. And you can see that Glimmer's all loving on him and everything, which is good. It's nice to see, Glimmer finally, I guess, admitting her feelings. This would mean so much more if they would have hinted at it more, but it literally comes out of nowhere. It just literally in this whole episode, it's the whole I love you and everything all comes out in this episode. It would have been nice to have a little bit more of a build up prom. If there would have been a thing where, remember how he went with Perfuma. Glimmer wasn't upset because, oh no, he's dating another girl. He's going to like this other girl. She's not going to like me. No, it's because I didn't get to go hang out with my friend. That's where you would have planted these seeds, but that all just comes out super quick. Whatever. Horde Prime still has the other princesses. And so this is the final moment. We have to go and stop everyone. Entrapta has a plan to disconnect everyone. If I can get into the network and I can basically, not necessarily send a virus or something, but a signal to disconnect everyone who's been chipped. So, okay, that's their plan. She's going to go to the heart, deactivate it so no one can ever use it again, and she's going to de-chip everyone. Okay, which doesn't stop Horde Prime from just going above the planet and just shooting laser beams and killing everyone. What's your plan for that, rebels? That's what another thing I argue with people in the comments. This is the same thing. He could blow up lots of planets. He's already been doing that. Horde Prime has been destroying planets for hundreds of years. This will just make it a little bit easier, but it doesn't change anything for an ageless being who constantly changes his form and time means nothing to him. Why would destroying planets faster mean anything? Seriously, whatever. Who cares? So that's the plan. She's going to go and she kind of sees Shadow Weaver, and that's enough for her to start like having confidence issues again. Like you can see her like, it's starting to fade like her powers. And look how much taller She-Ra is than Adora. She's supposed to be like 7 foot, but she's more like maybe 6'1", maybe. I don't know. That's stupid. So she walks out, and of course her friends follow her. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, do you think Catra's coming back? Oh, she left us. I am. You could tell that she's scared, but she doesn't want to admit it. And one of the many hug times, Princess Poppy. What? Hug time. Hug time. So she's like, okay, for their honor, Grayskull, boom. They're gonna go for the. It's gonna be Bow, Glimmer, and She-Ra are gonna go after the heart. Everyone else is gonna go help Entrapta uplink that thing so they can free everyone. They go back to the She-Ra's original tower, the one where Light Hope was in. But I guess since everything reset, it's the old Light Hope. It's like the one that from not even Mara's Light Hope didn't even look like this. So I don't know why it looks this way. But I guess everything's disconnected, so they're like, manual access, blah, 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 all that crap. And of course, friends of Mara. Remember that one time they mentioned the whole Rebels of Grayskull thing? It doesn't come up again, does it? No, it doesn't. This was voted best screenshot by Hand Holding in Crotches magazine. It's just right there. I don't know. Anyways, she goes through the tunnel, then, it closes off. We get back to Catra. Oh my god, this girl. Oh, this girl's a good mess. Milog just stops and flings her off her. Well, you could have just stopped. You didn't have to do that. Was it supposed to be funny? God, these people don't know what funny is. And then, of course, Catra is talking to Milog, but we can't hear what Milog says, but she can understand everything he says. I'm saying he. Is that wrong? I don't know. He is telling everything to her about going back. I'm not going back. And then we get the same old stupid crap where it's not what happened. What in the world did you hear or see, Catra? She chose Shadow Weaver over me. She doesn't need me. Catra, she was begging you on her hands and knees, please don't leave me, please stay with me. So what the flying F did you hear? Oh my goodness, I hate Catra so much. Oh my god, it's unbelievable. But then she starts feeling really, really bad about it, and then she sees a Horde clone, and she just so happened to run into this Horde. Is this Hordak? Is this our Hordak? How? Why? Randomly in some... This is the coincidences I talk about. I hate them. It's so stupid because where was she running to? She was just running in a random direction, right? Oh my god, I hate it so much. And it's right where the big power drill thing is, where they're gonna I guess tap into the heart or drain it or whatever by happenstance. Just this is, please, writers, aspiring writers, use coincidences very sparingly. It literally should be the very last idea you have for a character to find something or run into something. Because it's stupid and it doesn't make any sense, because why she just ran out of, and this was within running distance of the cave they were hiding in. Well, everything is so close in this damn show. I can't freaking stand it. But we get to the if you can't see my finger quotes, action scene. It's not very good. And how does Spinderella her tornado work? It's spinning air around, so everyone in the tornado, shouldn't they be spinning? I understand, since you're in the middle, there wouldn't be, but then what's the lift? I don't know, but they're able to like hide within the tornado and shoot stuff out of it. And then they all jump out and it's attack time. And I mean, look at this. Look at the toss. Isn't that just ridiculously silly? Like, see how it's just a dude? So he falls from like 45 feet to the ground. He just shatters his ankle. And just what? Oh, God. They don't know how to write fight action scenes. Noelle is... she admitted she doesn't know how to write action at all. She can't, she hates doing it. She sucks at it. So then we get this, what could have been an okay kind of like action. Everyone's sliding down this, I guess the side of the hill or whatever, and they're fighting. What ruins it for me personally is, we have, Frosta is sliding on her belly like a penguin. Her hands are at her sides instead of in front of her so she can kind of like, you know, lean one way or the other. Like a full-on penguin. Super Mario 64. Don't go near my damn son. What is this? Oh, it's so stupid. But they're just kicking everyone's butt. These robots are worthless. They're absolutely worthless. And then she has to scream out there, "Hey, hard bots." No, there was on the last Airbender commentary. It was I bought years ago, bought the DVDs for the original series. And I forget who was talking. It might have been one of the writers or one of the directors of the episode. They go, "We didn't want Aang to shout out his attacks or say silly things while he was fighting because it was just stupid." Like, I remember the exact quote was like, he didn't want Aang to like someone to get frozen. He'd be like, "Oh, how do you like those snow cones?" Like, he didn't like that. And it was stupid. And this is exactly what they're doing. Silly, unbelievably stupid crap. And like, they're having fun. Oh, there's plenty for both of us. Just get entrapped in the damn thing. This is the end of the world. Stop quipping. The robots are doing nothing. The Horde clones aren't doing anything, and they get beat by the... Oh, they don't get really beat by him, but the not Hordak, his hair's a little different now, so you can tell them apart. He just distracts him long enough for Swiftwind to kick him. Hooray, Swiftwind. And Entrapta is down to business. She's all about the mission. Entrapta, best character in the episode. Get back to the action scene, and they're just beating everybody. Cast is slamming dudes around. And again, is this the end of the world? Is this like their apocalypse, or is this silly fun time? Because and Casta slams a bunch of bad guys and like throws them on the ground. And she's like, "This is so much fun." God, I hate this so much. Seahawks quipping, and that's stupid for him to do. But even we have to stay out here, distract everyone so Entrapta can do her work. Yeah, they get into it's not Hordak and Entrapta get into the Spire thing. So happen to find the right place. Like, they run right to it, I guess. But the not Hordak didn't know anything. Whatever. I guess maybe her signal thing led her there. But they always seem to run down one hallway in a massive building and find exactly where they need to go. And this is awesome. I actually thought this was amazing. I absolutely love this. It's stupid. It's so small, and I shouldn't be praising it so much. But anything that's good literally shocks me. Wasn't that great? Wasn't it great that Entrapta saw the tech? Then she like, nope, mission first. Then she went and she started working. Why can't everyone else be like that? My goodness, is she the only one who actually gives a crap? So she's going to start uploading this thing, trying to figure this stuff out, but it's difficult. So we actually see, because Entrapta's always super excited about these things, she's worried. She's scared. She's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm going to try my best. Wow, a real character moment. I don't know what to say. I actually really like that. Get back to the Dum Dum Squad, and they're walking through there, and, "Oh, are you scared?" "Oh, of course I'm not scared. I gotta do what I gotta do." It's okay to be scared. There's nothing wrong with being worried, being scared. You know, being brave is being scared, but still saddling up and still doing the work and still getting it done. That's what it means to be brave. It's not being scared. You're going to have that fear, but you got to overcome it. You can't let it paralyze you. You can't let it keep you from becoming a damn hero. But they're starting to hear things, and she's hearing Catcher's voice, and she runs up to Catcher. "Oh, Catcher, you're there." And then she's having all these memories. And it's flashing back to when they were kids, when she was a Horde, under Horde Prime's control, and all this stuff. So she's all mixed up because the Crystal Castle can still like access your memories, or at least She-Ra's memories. And she almost walked off like a ledge and like, I don't know, probably die. And then Bo's like, "What are you doing? The path's over here." And then she says, "Oh, this thing can still access your memory, so be careful." And then she totally isn't careful. She's the one who brings it up, but then doesn't follow her own advice. I love it. She keeps walking. They keep walking. We cut back to Catra is invisible from Milog, so she's sneaking up on this machine that she's just so happened to come across. Oh my god, they're so convenient. So utterly convenient. And this is a pretty cool looking device. They're all standing around it. We see a big hole in the ground, so I'm assuming that's a drill and they got to the heart and they're going to drain the energy that way. The Hordak clone looks back, doesn't find it, but then it gets taken over by Horde Prime. So he's speaking through this particular Hordak. Oh, brothers and sisters, brothers, we have done this glorious day. We will start, the siphoning off the energy. So he has all these like tubes in him. So the power's going into Horde Prime. Is that what's happening? They don't really explain what's happening, but I'm thinking that's what's happening because that's what all these damn tubes are for. They're starting to drain off the energy. We see this crystal thing start to go into where it drilled that giant hole. It's starting to seep into the ground. We see all the first ones writing, and then it's starting to glow green. So I'm assuming he's either siphoning the energy, poisoning it, he's doing something, corrupting it, he's doing something. So Catra's like, oh no, I gotta go tell Adora. But don't they already know he's doing something? They don't know exactly, like I said at the beginning of this review, don't they all know that Horde Prime is going to try to take this power somehow? Is it really important that they know the exact specifics of it? Because it's just an excuse for Catra to go run back to Adora. She should never have left in the freaking first place, you freaking dummy. Get back to She-Ra, and she's starting to have a vision of when they first found the sword, when it was like in the forest and everything. Adora, God, you're such an idiot. You're such a dummy. Oh no, I thought I could make my own path, but I can't choose it. This is the end of the effing world. I don't care about your wah-wahs, about your own life. You can have your own life afterwards. Defeat the problem, then you and whatever your girlfriend go get married and whatever you're gonna do. Right now, you don't get an effing choice. You got to save the world. I don't understand why that's such a big issue. Why is that a problem? In the comments, tell me. This isn't like she doesn't have to do this thing and they're going to lose some battle or they're going to lose some land, but everyone's going to be alive. No, Horde Prime wins, everybody dies. So I don't know, suck it up, Buttercup. It doesn't matter anymore. You don't get a choice at this moment. Later on down the line, do whatever the hell you want to do. I have to do this alone. Oh, I love you, my friends, and I wouldn't have done it could have gone this far without you, but now I must go alone. Whatever, you freaking dummy. God, I hate this way of thinking. Remember in Spider-Verse when they're like, okay, whoever closed the portal has to stay behind and they're going to die. Who's going to do it? Every single one of them volunteered. I'm doing it. Because they're actual, real effing heroes, not these wham-wham crybabies who just like, oh no, what about my feelings? They all knew they were going to die in Spider-Verse. That it would have been hours or maybe days. It would have disintegrated and it would have been a painful death. They didn't care because it was the right thing to do. Not in Noel Stevenson's world of writing. Oh, heroes have to question saving everyone. They have a big cry fest. I understand Glimmer crying because she already started she was already like being upset and crying. Then we come back to Bo and he's already in full blown tears. Hug time.
Hug time!
It is hug time.
Hug time!
Everything starts getting corrupted. We start seeing the green light start taking over everything. Catra went back to the camp. I think this is where this is at. No one invited Shadow Weaver. They just left her there. And she's like drinking some cup. She's like, oh, Catra, she is a tear. You know the way she talks. It's lovely. But Catra gets up in her face and it's not about you. It is about saving Adora and everything. And he's a Horde Prime's attacking the planet. He's going to steal the heart. Again, I ask, didn't they already know this? Anyways, we have to save them. We have to stop them. But we see, and what I feared, Entrapta gets captured by Horde Prime. He teleports up to the ship. They're done. They lost Entrapta. That was their key to saving everyone. And I felt really bad for Entrapta because she really tried and she really cared and she really honestly was truly a hero. She got captured. And this is the real Hordak, right? It has to be, right? Again, another effing coincidence. God, I hate the coincidences. Get back to the action scene. And then he starts teleporting down a bunch of Hordaks. They're done. They have the higher ground. They're Anakin right now. They're done. And then they see a bunch. They're like, how come they're not shooting at us? Again, if from what I can see, it looks like he's siphoning off the heart. Does he even need the princesses to be alive? Shouldn't the runestones be enough? I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? We start to see a bunch of water, and then Perfume is like, oh no, because that means Mermista's there. Then Scorpia shocks the water and shocks all them. Rewind. Let's go back to the The episode with not Flutterita, freaking Peekaboo. Scorpio was shooting lightning all over that place, and there was water everywhere. Come on, Stans, come at me. I get a couple of people who will write paragraphs, freaking dissertations, defending the show. How in the world did Scorpia's lightning not shock everyone in that stupid little dance club, but shock everybody here? Please, seriously. This is when you give people powers, you have to keep track of their powers and their power levels and their strengths and weaknesses. This show doesn't care about that because, again, they don't know how to write action. So they get all shocked, but it was only enough to kind of like knock them down a little bit because they're not getting beat. Like they didn't like completely incapacitate him. Horror Prime does like his big hologram. Oh, I tried to offer you salvation, but you refuted me. Now I'm going to, basically kill everybody. Shows that he captured Entrapta, and there she is. He grabs her by her hair. Entrapta's no fighter, but I thought she should at least done something, try to fight him a little bit. I don't know. But everyone can see this because it's one of those big giant holograms. So Catra's like, oh my goodness, we have to go to Adora. We have to save her. I know you know where she went. She's like, we can't get there in time. There's no way. She's like, I know you have magic. I know you still have a little bit. And she's like, oh, here, give me your hand. So I'm like, okay, she's going to have to trust her. How's Shadow even more of a good guy than the other characters? Ugh. Bo and Glimmer start running, and then they teleport to exactly where they're at. Oh my God. If I was so inclined, I would go back and go through this whole show and find all the coincidences. There's got to be hundreds. It is ridiculously stupid. So they just so happen to go exactly where they're at. Where's the door? Where's the door? Oh, she ran off. Of course, that's what she does. That's what she always does. Yeah, and you're freaking always a see you next Tuesday, Catra, so you're always that too. I guess that teleport took a lot out of Shadow Weaver. Because I guess, since like her magic got drained, she only had like that little blue like vial, I guess had a little bit of magic in it. Catra, Bo, and Glimmer, okay, you guys go help the other princesses. I'm going to go get Adora. And of course, Poppy shows up. It's hug time again.
Now that I am queen, I decree that hug time is all the time.
So they get a big hug. And then, of course, Bo has to get in on the hug because we're the best idiot squad. Mila got to scratch her neck and everything. We got to go. We got to go. We got to go. There's not a lot of time here. We got to go. Hugs later. So that's the plan. They take off. And then, like I said, this is nice, but I would have loved for there to be some actual buildup to this. Bo's like, okay, I'm going to go in there and help Entrapta. You stay out here and help the princesses. Glimmer grabs him but pulls him in, and she pulls him in for a hug, and she's like, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then Bo, kind of, and he says he loves her too. And he gives her a kiss on the forehead. Straight people only get forehead kisses in the show, remember? Because even Queen Angela, when she found her husband again, who she thought was dead for, 10, 15 years, kisses him on the forehead. That just boggles my mind. So you get a nice forehead kiss, and I guess they love each other. I guess you could interpret this as them like, oh, I love you as like my very best good friend, and I don't want you to get hurt. I'm assuming it's romantic love, but I wish there would have been build up. I wish there would have been hints at this instead of, oh, Bo's my bestest best good friend. Whatever, we move on. I like how she gets like this little kind of like, I don't know, is this a devious smile? Whatever. Adora makes this weird ass face, and we get this shot that's actually pretty good. I like this. This is actually a very beautiful, this could be a wallpaper. This is pretty cool. And we see Mara. And I'm thinking, okay, is this a projection? Is this a memory file? But it's talking to her as if she's really there, but she's not really there. But how she's able to, I guess this AI is advanced enough to like have conversation. And she's like, okay, I'm going to do whatever it takes to stop the heart of Etheria. And Mara's like, oh, I did that. I sacrificed myself so you wouldn't have to sacrifice you. You wouldn't have to sacrifice yourself. But how would she know that? But she's like, it doesn't matter. I have to do this, which is 1,000,000% true. But what about you, Adora? What do you want? It doesn't matter what I want right now. You can worry about all the things you want after you save the planet. After the threat is gone, you have all the rest of your life to care about what you want. This is Noelle Stevenson. This is Noelle hating the idea of the hero. You should only think about yourself. You should only do what you care about your lover, about your pleasures, about what you want. Don't care about everyone else. When you have this power, you have She-Ra, the energy inside you, you have a responsibility to everyone on the planet. That's the same crap they try to pull with Superman, where, oh, you owe them nothing. You owe them everything. You have the ability to save the world, and you're going to keep it to yourself, that makes you an awful, horrible, terrible person. So F this whole scene. It's stupid. If you honestly have the power to save someone and you don't, you're a terrible human being. But it starts getting infected, starts turning green, and boom, we see Horde Prime. But I'm assuming this has to be a projection, like he's in the system, so he's able to like hologram himself into this thing. I don't know, whatever. Get back to the fight. So all the Horde clones are just kind of fighting, but they're not. They're just standing there, and they're letting Scorpia and Mermista do all the fighting. Remember how Scorpia beat the ever-living crap out of She-Ra? So she should be able to knock all these people out. Just keep shocking them. Just keep shocking them, and they don't know how to write. They don't know how to write. Oh my God, they don't know how to write. Glimmer jumps down, and you would think this was from her magic powers. No, this is literally just from her impact. When she comes in and just boom, blows everything out. Remember how incredibly OP they made her? Was it season 4? I don't remember. Remember she was able to like blow up whole freaking armies? Why not just stay in the air and just keep shooting down? I don't know. Whatever. Frost, hug time. Again, another hug time. Thank God. But a big giant water tidal wave shows up. Why not cover them in water and shock them again? Why not just keep doing that till they're dead? So we get this thing where it's not a bad idea. Casta and Glimmer put up a shield to block the water. Then they like grab all the water into a big ball. These are the most unflattering angles of Glimmer and Casta ever. Did they just gain 150 pounds? This is awful looking. But they throw the big ball of water back at Mermista. Couldn't she just stop it? Or like split it or turn it into mist or have it all just break apart? Like why did it hit her or cause any damage? So it was super ineffective. They knock her down and then we get back to the silly. Remember all the Horde clones that were around? What are they doing now? They're just doing nothing. So I guess they knocked them all out. I don't know. I don't know when that happened, but I guess they did. Remember the whole thing like, oh, if someone loves you, you can like break through the mind control. So Siak is trying to do that. And all the other princes are standing there. So Siak is like doing all these things. Oh, hey, Mermista, you know, Horde Prime thinks he has control over you, but you're way too strong for that. She makes like a water whip and like throws him around. Her intention is to kill him because remember, they have to keep the stupid premise of having to keep the princesses alive, whatever. What is Siak? Why did they keep him alive? Why didn't she just like literally make 2 and just tear him in 2? I don't know. Just get rid of this guy. We get Siak's ass. Okay, how does he have a nicer ass than all the females in this show? Because Siak's ass, Mermista's ass. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? But she keeps trying to hit him with water things and he keeps dodging and he's like being stupid and silly. Oh, this reminds me of the first time I met you. You tried to kill me back then too. And then she's like yelling and screaming at him, but he's just being stupid Siak and he's like dancing around and he tried to sing a shanty song. Whatever. He's doing all the stupid things. Oh, and he's like laying on the ground trying to be all sexy. And we get to hear a little bit of old Mermista. Why are you always like this? Because that's what she would always say to him. And then he's like, oh, it's because I love you. And that's enough to kind of break it a little bit. She's like, oh, like she's, you know, stupefied by that. Again, it's this is a little bit better of a relationship because we know they actually like dated and stuff. So they actually had interactions on like Bo and Glimmer where it was always like, we're just best friends. So I guess that's nice, but it was enough to stun her. Look at this face. I don't think Siak has ever made a lady look like this. But it was enough to let Perfumer smack the chip, and that's enough to knock her out. Just enough. She knew exactly the amount of force to flick it to knock it out. You don't know what you're talking about. But he's like, I'm sorry, you know, you'll forgive me when you're back to normal. Which is sweet, but it just doesn't matter anymore. Everyone's gone, so I guess they're okay now. Get back to Bo. He's inside the tower. He's like shooting his way through there and sees all the stuff that Entrapta set up. And he's like, okay, I guess he's going to have to try to figure out. Entrapta's crazy and amazingly smart. Bo is underneath her, but he's way, way underneath her. He runs into Scorpia. Well, Bo versus Scorpia. If Scorpia can destroy the ever-living hell out of She-Ra, what chance does Bo stand? Whatever. Get back to the princess outside, and Glimmer's looking around, and everyone's like frozen. I'm like, huh? What happened here? And we see like some dark energy thing capturing everyone, but it didn't capture her. Why not start with her? She's the strongest. Anyways, she gets out of the way, and then we see Micah show up. So we're going to have a Micah versus Glimmer, Bo versus Scorpia. Micah is the strongest sorcerer on the planet. Glimmer's good. She has a lot of power because she has that connection to the Moonstone. Like she has all the power there. But I still think Micah's a better sorcerer. That should be a good fight. Get back to She-Ra, Mara, and Horde Prime, and they're talking. And she's like, you can't be here. You're not really here. He just like walks through her. So he's a hologram. walks up to Mara and he's like, she seems so familiar to me. And he kind of touches her face in that weird, creepy way again. God, it's such a pervert thing to do. But he can't remember. So he battled She-Ra in the past, but it was like one of his previous lives. I thought he looked all that up. So he still doesn't know? But if Mara battled Horde Prime in the past, wouldn't there have been record of that? Or from the first one? I don't know. See, the timelines make no sense. So did Mara actually fight Horde Prime or an iteration of Horde Prime? Or was that a She-Ra of like years past? But wasn't She-Ra only made for the Heart of Aether? I don't know. I guess there's some security thing. It's the Gravemind. Remember Gravemind from Halo? And it just does enough to cut her right below her boob too. It cuts her. Why not just impale her right through the chest and kill her? This is why you don't know how to write. Oh, here. I'll let their security protocols kill you. See you later. He takes off. And then we see the big giant plant monster. So giant plant monster versus Adora, Catra trying to find her, Glimmer versus Micah, and Bo versus Scorpia. What happened to the rest of the soldier people? Remember the captain of the guard lady with the scar on her face? Where did she go? Did everyone else die? They didn't want to animate them. That's what it was. But yeah, one more episode. I want to knock it out this week. So this one should be up Sunday, Monday, maybe Saturday. Depends how busy I get. But I definitely want to knock this series out, be done with it. Then I can get right into Owl House because I'm going to be behind. And I'm still behind in Amphibia. And it's just there's a lot of cartoons coming out. There was a bunch of shorts Cartoon Network put out. I want to do a couple reactions to those things. But yeah, 22 more minutes of this damn thing. And I'm done with it. Praise Eternia.
Hello, baby girl.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.